Hey guys, what's up? I'm going to review Flex Mentallo by Grant Morrison. Grant Morrison, one of my, well, actually probably my favorite writer. Little backstory on this. Flex Mentallo debuted in Doom Patrol 35, I believe. Uh, Four-issue run. Originally very hard to get due to legal reasons, copyright infringements, and everything in between. At one point, almost reaching status up there with like Miracle Man as a really good and really hard to find comic. So they recently finally put it back in reprint, and a friend let me borrow it, and I was more blown away than I thought I would be. I knew I'd love it, and I knew I'd be blown away, but no, I didn't know I'd be blown away this much. As with any Morrison story, especially any of his own ideas, it's very hard to explain the story by itself. Basic idea: Flex Mentallo uh, having to find his old crime-fighting buddy, the Fact, and try to find out what Faculty X is, because they've been basically leaving bombs in places that it should be impossible to get a bomb into. Except they're not bombs. They don't blow up. They're just cartoonishly big bombs. And there's a lot of mystery to what that is. The story is interwoven and told from multiple angles, multiple points of views. And the story itself is very hard to talk about, so I'll talk about more of the ideas that's presented in this book, because that's really behind it, underneath the lines, what this book is all about. It's a book more about the evolution of comics. It's almost a biography of the entire comic industry from the 30s to the point this was written. For that, it's incredible. It talks, clear shout outs and clear points to changes in heroes over time. How that at one point they were these golden gods. Now the year they were brought down to almost lower than the average reader or creator, and it speaks very well to that, about how what started out basically as rays of hope ended up as just being seeing crazy people running around killing people. It's I mean I can't really recommend it enough. This is great. Not for everybody. If you're not a Morrison's writing, which I know a lot of people aren't fans of his writing for whatever reason, uh, if you're not a fan of his writing, you're gonna hate him. It doesn't change the fact that I know I've heard people complain that they think how he writes is too weird, how it's too abstract. If you're not a fan of that, you will hate it. But if you are a fan of it, you will love it. Uh, it speaks to everything about the comic industry and about comic fans, about why we like it, what we like about it. It is really, honestly, one of the best graphic novels I have read in maybe ever, I would say. Just for the fact, for a four-issue run, what all the material and all the ideas covered in this book is incredible. Artwork great, uh, great funny moments that are thrown in there. And for any fan or anyone who knows anything about just a little bit of comic history, the more and more you know about comic history, the more and more you will love this book, because it just throws everything in there. The artwork is incredible. If I can find points, the covers are great. Of course, there's like parody covers in here that are incredible. I would personally give it a 10 out of 10 easily. It's up there with the best of the best in my mind now. This is all as far as if you're looking for a book that'll make you think and make you have ideas about what the comic industry actually stands for and why it has thrived and survived for so long now. This is a great book to read. It is up there in my mind. I'm putting up there with honestly putting up there with Watchmen as far as great ideas presented in a great format. I know it's a lot of praise, and a lot of people wouldn't agree with me on that. But for me, I would say that. I've got some more graphic novels and stuff I'd like to put out there in review, and of course, tomorrow's Wednesday, so more comic reviews coming out. But yeah, leave a comment. Tell me what you think. If you have read it, tell me what you think. If not, pick it up and give it a try. I'll see you guys in another review.